Hey, Nisha, how's your tofurkey?
Brown and salty like me. Hi guys, welcome back to The Vegan View. So today we're doing a very highly requested video. It is a bunch of different holiday roasts, some turkey, some hazelnut cranberry roasts, and we're going to tell you if they're worth buying or not and kind of compare them to different traditional Thanksgiving, Christmas, holiday things you would eat around this time of year.
Cool. What do we have?
So we have 5 different roasts for you. There's definitely more on the market. For example, Gardein has a roast that's seasonal. We do not have that today, but we have all tried it and love it, so we can already tell you it's a go if you can find that in your grocery store.
Target has gardein stuff,
Yeah.
so it's easy to find.
So here we have the turkey breaded cutlets.
So these are individual little turkey cutlets, so especially if you have like a holiday party or something like that and you don't want to have a big full loaf, you can just have these out and it would be really easy to serve.
And
it
I've
comes with
actually
gravy.
had these before. Yeah, they come with gravy, and you can make like a turkey Thanksgiving sandwich with these because of their shape. And it's really good. So you do like bread, gravy, a little bit of cranberry sauce.
Want to share one with me?
It's so good.
You're like, no, I want it.
Well, I mean,
I want mine.
So do we have the gravy for it?
we do. So I put it in a coffee mug.
Appetizing.
Excellent.
Oh, I love gravy.
I love gravy too.
I am very particular when it comes to gravy.
Really?
Me too. Nicole
I got
and
opinions.
Nicole and I were just saying like we won't eat any other gravy except the ones we had.
Yeah, I
have
like to-
recipes
I like to
for
make
it.
Oh, but have you had the Whole Foods mushroom gravy?
No.
Oh,
I like the Pacific Foods one, but it's
had
not,
that one
I like
too.
my home one.
I like my homemade one too. Okay, cheers, lovely ladies.
Cheers.
I love it. I'm also very hungry though.
Wow.
I really love the breading on this one. I think it's a little more of like a fried turkey, almost like a chicken fried steak kind
Yeah.
of breading. And I really love the gravy. I think it's good, goes really well.
Yeah.
I'm talking like I haven't eaten this before. It's great. Like I love it. Very useful for things like sandwiches.
It's interesting how it doesn't taste like the chicken. It does
That's
a
what
little
I
bit,
was gonna say.
but it does taste more like
It's
turkey.
like spices.
Yeah.
It's like the same texture as the chicken, but it has the flavor of turkey, and I'm kind of like blown away that they were able to do that.
To get that,
It's
yeah.
such a testament to that like meat tastes the way it does because
Because of the
plants
seasoning.
we put on it.
Yeah, I love that.
Totally.
Also, we made this in an air fryer, so it got really crispy on the outside. So if
Yeah.
you have an air fryer, you could definitely try that.
Yeah, it's really good.
The whole thing.
I love it.
It's good. You're right. These would be really good for sandwiches.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
This is totally an aside, but the meatloaf too is really good for like a meatloaf sandwich.
This one really has a nice texture. I think this is something that like meat eaters would be very, very, very surprised about. Yeah. Next, we have a vegan turkey roll. This is by Vegetarian Plus. Hi, Taryn.
What's up?
This is by Vegetarian Plus. It's a vegan roll, and we've tried some of their products before, but I've never seen this, so I thought I would pick it up. And it has a cinnamon cranberry glaze or cinnaberry glaze on top.
Yum.
So
Cinnaberry sounds like a really good cereal.
or candle, cinnaberry.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Oh, it looks so different than the other ones.
Yeah, this one came in like a rope.
I like how it has this little like browning and almost like those meats that you would buy on the holidays, like pattern on the outside. Is that how you say it?
It almost looks like bread. It definitely doesn't look traditional. Like if you're just going by looks,
Yeah.
I would say it's very unconventional
Looks
looking.
aren't everything though, guys.
This is true.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's peppery. It's very spongy. It doesn't taste bad.
Kind of tofu-y.
It tastes like, you know, when you would get those slices of like peppered bacon, or not bacon, peppered turkey from the deli counter.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it tastes like. So, you know, like the outside's been cured of the animal has been cured.
Yeah.
With
I'm actually surprised how much I like it. Judging off the looks, I was like, that's probably going to be my least favorite. But I feel like this is something if you've been vegan for a while, you can appreciate. Maybe not if you're like looking to replace turkey.
Yeah. I think what's really off-putting if I was a meat eater is the sponginess.
Yeah.
It's very spongy. And I know a lot of their meat is kind of spongy. But this one, it's really apparent.
I don't like it at all.
Really?
Not even a little bit.
I don't hate it.
don't
Like,
like it.
after the fish taste test, I'm like, everything,
You're like, I can eat anything.
everything can
It's
compare.
it's not bad, and if that's the option that you have, I would definitely think it would like work on a holiday plate because it has a lot of those
Yeah.
flavors, but I think the sauce is really, really overpowering, and I think the
So
texture,
cinnamony.
it's so
I'm eating the
cinnamony.
other one right
It's
now.
kind of like a liquefied candle, to be honest. It's way too
Yeah, the
strong.
sauce is too strong.
I would definitely do it without the sauce or just a tiny bit of the sauce.
Yeah.
And then I
It
think
might be good sliced really, really thin.
On
Yeah.
a sandwich.
I love sandwiches.
Me too.
this one is just a little too,
Spongy.
and it's very salty and it's very smoky, and it's just,
And I love salty
my thing.
smoky, but the combination with the sponginess is like,
yeah.
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 Doesn't
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
super edible.
Yeah.
If you've been vegan for a while, you've had like lots of tofu, lots of seitan. Like
Right.
you kind of are
I don't
familiar.
mind
to it.
chewy, but
Yeah.
this is like.
but my friends would eat
soft.
that and be
Oh
like,
yeah, I would
Yeah.
never give this to a non-vegan and be
They're
like,
like,
"This is the
"Thank
best
you."
vegan meat you've ever had."
Yeah.
But I would eat it if it was the only option I had, just to like be normal at the table, you
Yeah.
know, or
Yeah.
not. You're
know what
already
you mean.
you're already the normal one.
you're
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. You're normal.
Next is the Fieldroast Hazelnut Cranberry Roast. I've never had this before. I'm so excited because it's like wrapped in a like croissant or something, or like a
Like puff
pastry dough.
pastry.
Puff pastry.
It's supposed to be kind of like a Wellington.
Yeah, like en croûte is
Yum.
encrusted.
Encrusted.
Is this one?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't tell which
So
one
it has
is
I
stuffing.
also did like little
Little
cubes
bits.
if you want.
It has like stuffing in the middle. It's a hazelnut cranberry stuffing in the center, and then
guess
it
I'm
has
getting
the
a whole piece.
puff pastry on the outside.
Perfect. I
You
got
some?
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers. Cheers. I like this one so much more.
Yeah.
If you like stuffing, you'll like it because it has a lot of that stuffing flavor.
Yeah.
It has that really field roast taste.
Mm-hmm.
And the puff pastry is delicious. Stuffing's good. It's like sweet almost, but with like that savory sausagey taste. It's like that earthy field roast sausage taste.
Yes.
Like lots of herbs, not super, super salty. Like gardein I find is salty, which is why I like it, but very earthy tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you like sausage, you'll like it for sure. Definitely not a turkey, but if you're like not a turkey person, you don't really like the gardein or you don't like that kind of faux turkey taste, I would try this because it's a
And it
little
also
less.
looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
When it's whole and you slice it. One of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving is stuffing and gravy and all of those like flavor combinations, and I even like the texture of that. I've always been that's always my favorite part, way more than the turkey ever was. So for me, this is kind of a mashup of all of those flavors that I really like that make me feel like, oh, this is a holiday thing. I don't have this in March, you know, this is something that I only have around the holidays. So for that reason, I think it's kind of nostalgic.
Yeah.
And I think the flavors will be really familiar to a non-meat eater, but you're right, it's not turkey. It's something different.
It's also almost like Christmassy.
Yeah.
It's not so much, you know, like Thanksgiving's very much like sage and thyme. This is more of like a rosemary, like gingery
Yeah.
taste.
Do you guys want to try the dressing with it? The
This one?
gravy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what came with it?
So that came with the tofurkey.
Or
It's
it was
tofurkey
separate,
gravy.
right?
It's separate, but it's by the tofurkey brand.
Okay. So this is, you could buy separate. So you could technically buy this gravy and buy that and eat
This
it
is in the
together.
frozen section actually, and it's by tofurkey,
the
and it's a brown
consistency is
gravy.
nice. It's like thick.
It's
and
really thick.
Gelatinous. There's something in it I don't like. Not my fave.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's something in it that's like kind of weird.
It's like almost, and then there's
Yeah.
what is that?
Almost plasticky.
Yeah.
Well, it might actually be plastic.
It's plastic. Just make Nicole and I's recipes.
Yeah, we have homemade
so
gravy
easy.
recipes that we'll put in the description box
Yeah.
below because I love that one. And I'm interested to see what you guys think with that one compared to this one because
Okay.
they're the same brand,
Should we do that next?
but it's
Yeah, let's do it
Celebration Roast has a different stuffing, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Cheers!
Cheers. It's much saltier than the en croûte.
Really salty.
And I love salty.
Yeah, it
But
has
yeah,
a-
it just tastes like the traditional field roast stuff.
Yeah.
It would be great in like pasta sauce or a meat pie, but it's not like my favorite to eat.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much more I like the one in puff pastry
mean,
than that one because
Puff pastries.
before I always went for that one just because I'd had it and I was familiar with it. Actually, I like the puff pastry one better.
puff pastry one's like creamy and like bready and
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the saltiness of it, but I feel like you can get that from the gravy.
Right.
Like, you don't have, like, your main portion, like, your main entree doesn't have to be super salty because you can already get a salty gravy on top.
Yeah.
So, It almost tastes to me like if I were to have a salty gravy with this, it'd be too much. And I love salt, so.
Me too, friend. Me too.
But it does
Salty
have a
babe.
really nice flavor, and if this is what you have available to you,
Yeah.
and again, you like stuffing
Yeah, there's
and you like
nothing
really
that I
savory.
really don't like, you know?
Yeah. To be honest, I really didn't like the vegan turkey roll.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
But so far, everything else, I'm like,
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about this is the texture is
Texture.
very off-putting, but the flavor is pretty good.
yeah.
Like,
Nice job, vegan turkey creators.
We should have one more.
This is the one that I feel like everyone can find is the tofurkey. That one is like at every grocery store, and that one's always
and
the
that
butt.
name is so famous.
Right, I was
Yep.
gonna say it's the butt of everyone's joke though, right? Like, oh, you eat tofurkey or something.
bring a tofurkey?
Yeah.
Like literally every holiday ever.
That's weird though, because it's like not a funny thing. It's like not funny.
You know,
Like-
a lot of things people say to vegans are not funny.
We should make a T-shirt that says, "Well, you know, that's like not funny." I would wear it all the time. That's not
Nicole's comebacks.
This was the first thing I ever made when I was vegan. So my first vegan
funny.
holiday,
Oh my goodness.
I made this. So I'm excited to revisit it because I have kind of like been doing the gardein thing for the past few years. So
Yeah, that's my family's favorite is the gardein roast.
Yeah.
Like whole one.
Yeah.
I remember being like, meh about this.
I remember being more. Oh, this is it.
Is this the one with the rice stuffing or the regular
Ooh,
stuffing?
wild rice stuffing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rice.
It has like, yeah.
And this is what
Can I
the
just eat it
gravy
with my
is
hand?
meant to go
Probably.
with.
Ah.
Yeah.
The gelatinous gravy. It is wiggling.
So tofurkey is one of those that you can really slice thin, like the way that you would with white meat turkey, and I think that's pretty unique to some of the ones that we've tried.
Cheers, babies.
Doesn't this one taste more like turkey than some of the other ones?
Yeah.
But like lunch meat turkey, not like
Yeah. Well, it tastes exactly like their sliced lunch meats, which I love, but it's not what I want for like a holiday roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made this before for Thanksgiving, and then I made the gardein one, and no one ate that one.
Yeah. It's salty, but I just feel like it's lacking something. Like I like the gardein
So
roast, how they
salty.
have like the cranberries like built into the stuffing and like
the wild rice stuffing is very like, there's nothing, there's just rice.
yeah, I feel like they could have had more fun with the flavor. And like, yeah, it's not bad because it does just taste like tofurkey slices, but it's also just like not
I
anything
like
special.
how it crisped up in the air fryer though. The gravy actually tastes really good with that, but not on its own.
Yeah. The tofurkey gravy is definitely like intended to go with the flavors of the tofurkey. I wouldn't mix and match it
Well,
at
they
all.
have to because it's quite like dry.
Yeah. So
So
when
you
you make
have
a
to have the
regular
gravy.
tofurkey, they instruct you to baste it the way that you would a turkey, and then using a serrated knife, you should slice it really, really thin. And I think that will combat some of the like it's more chewy than the other one, so I think that would help with the texture.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like elevated.
It doesn't
This
tickle my
tastes
pickle.
fancy to me. Like this
Yeah.
tastes like a
The
treat.
holidays too, right? Like it's very specific holiday flavors versus
It's
the other one.
school meat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, we don't like it, so
I don't think it's like a terrible option. And again, like I think the holidays are all about the flavor combination of all the sides and all the sauces
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
a little bit of everything. So it definitely would like work well with all those flavors, but just I don't think it's gonna blow anyone's socks off.
Yeah. And I also just think sometimes I feel like we get something, even though we would be happy just eating the veggies, I feel like sometimes we get something just to be like, it's normal. We're also eating turkey, just not from a dead animal. Like, you know?
And
I
it's
think
fun.
the field roast en croûte is like very nice to bring.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is something that it's like, doesn't feel like it's trying to be meat as much because the sausage is a little more like crumbly. It kind of just tastes like stuffing.
Yeah.
So I think that would be probably the most appealing.
And that
or
with
the
like mashed
gardein.
potatoes
It would
and
be
stuff
so
is just
good
really
with like
good.
everything else that
Yeah.
you have.
And like green beans and stuff, totally.
But I also just like really like this one.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is the favorite? Is this the favorite and this is number 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we all agree.
I know,
Total
wow.
agreement. I think that's the first time we've ever
I
agreed on
know,
a taste
I
test
think so
before.
too.
Which was the least favorite for you guys? Because I know mine.
Oh, same as yours.
Same as mine.
They're tied for me. I feel the same about them.
Tofurkey.
I feel the same about them. Like, I like this with the gravy because it adds some salt and flavor. I like that because I thought the flavor was good. Again, the texture was kind of weird. So they're both just kind of like, meh. I feel like equally good and equally bad about them. Would I eat them? Yeah. But
Yeah.
if the others were available, I probably would get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
ya.
Which Like, no offense to the brands, because we've had tons of vegetarian plus stuff that we love, and we also, I know I love the tofurkey slices for sandwiches. So
Okay, between this one, if you had to recommend like one roast to someone who's never had a vegan roast, would it be this one or would it be the gardein roast, the one that we didn't try?
That one.
Me too.
really,
Because it's beautiful. And like, I like the gardein roast a lot because it's like a nice big old chicken nugget, and I like that. But like, if I'm going to Thanksgiving dinner, that's really pretty.
mm-hmm.
And not everyone like enjoys vegan chicken nuggets as much as I do, you know?
Yeah.
I enjoy the way you say vegan chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. Just, I always call it chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. I think for Christmas I would bring this one, and for Thanksgiving,
the
I would-
gardein.
the gardein.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to wrap it up and we can finish eating after?
Yeah.
Or is there more we should say?
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. That's going to do it for our taste test. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope you guys did too. But let us know down below what your favorite vegan holiday roast or vegan holiday entree is in the comments, so that we
Or
can...
if you make your own and you have a
Yeah.
recipe you want to share with us.
Yeah, lentil loaf recipes and
Sweet
nut-
Simple
nut
Vegan
roast.
has like an en croûte just like this.
Oh, we'll
vegan
put that in the
lentil.
description box.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Leave us your recipes, leave us your favorites, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and check out our own channels as well. We do have individual channels where we post stuff as well. And join our Facebook group, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.